Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. You can't charge me with terrorism, Sowore says DSS. Omoyele Sowore, convener of #Revolution Now protest, says the Department of State Services (DSS) is not empowered to prosecute him on terrorism charges. Sowore said this in response to a submission made by the DSS, who had asked the court to determine if it was right to file terrorism charge against the activist and whether it was right for it to seek an ex parte motion for his detention. The former presidential aspirant has been in detention since August 3rd. He was arrested on the eve of a nationwide protest. In response to the issue formulated by the DSS, the #Revolution Now convener said although the DSS is mentioned in the Terrorism Act, it is not a juristic person, having not been created by an act on the National Assembly. The fact the DSS and SSS are used interchangeably in Nigeria has not conferred a legal status on the DSS, Sowore said in the response deposed by one Abubakar Masha. In any case, the motion ex parte hearing was filed by the SSS and not DSS. As far as the law is concerned, the applicants and respondents DSS have no power to substitute for the DSS. Furthermore, the State Security Service, established pursuant to Section 2 of the National Security Agencies Act, has not empowered to arrest, investigate, and prosecute the respondents or applicants or any person. Unlike the Nigerian Police Force, the Independent and Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, and the Financial Crimes Commission, etc., which are clothed with powers to arrest, detain, and prosecute suspects, the applicants' respondents has not been so empowered to arrest, investigate, and prosecute any person. Sowore said the use of the word revolution is not a criminal offense in Nigeria. And so, guys, we have a lot of big English and what have you. Sowore is trying to quote law, or maybe through his lawyer, because I said through one Abubakar. Sowore said in the response deposed by one Abubakar Masha. Now they're saying whether SSS and DSS or what have you, and all this, what do they call them? Independent and Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, that they do not have rights like the Nigerian police, who has rights to uh, arrest, investigate, and prosecute any person. But unlike a DSS, SSS, as the case may be, that they don't have that power to do that. And that's why Omoyele Sowore is saying that you can't charge me with terrorism, that they don't have that power, that they are not empowered to really do that, that DSS is not empowered to prosecute him on terrorism charges. So at the end of the day, you might find out that even his arrest in the first place wouldn't have come up in the first place, but they like, okay, because they have a terrorism in their acts or whatever, so maybe they have that privilege, or they have that opportunity to be able to arrest him and all of that. But this is where lawyers will be coming in to say it's the way it is, to be able to interpret it, who is to do what. Because most of the time, most of us as Nigerians, we don't even know our rights. When policemen will be asking you some of the documents or some of the things that they are not even supposed to be asking you, but because most of the time we don't even know our rights, and we fall in for that, and they know that we don't know all of those things. Oh, especially when they're like, oh, they are going to take you to court, or they are going to take you to the police station. Oh, the next, oh, please, oh, okay, officer, what will I do now? This and this and that. But if you know your rights, at the end of the day, you just say, oh, okay. They will just say, don't worry, okay. Or God, what do you have for us? Because they know that you know your rights. But at times, even when you know your rights, you need to be careful, because all these people too, the way at which they handle their arms, they can do and undo. We know how Nigerian police they behave at times. But I'm just trying to digress. But when it comes to this issue of whether the DSS or the SSS, they have the right to charge him on terrorism. That is where lawyers will come and expatiate all of those things to us. Of course, so I know Omoyele Sowore has his lawyers and they know all of these things. So the issue is that because people, like I've been saying it from the onset, that why would they go and arrest him? Are they supposed to do that? But most of the time, because they know that we don't know our rights, at the end of the day, they do and undo, and that's why you see a lot of people go in for even to the smallest thing that is not really called for, and that's why we are where we are, according to somebody. So, guys, that is just my own take concerning this. I don't know whether I'm really trying to explain it, but I'm talking, from the side of a layman. Like I said, the lawyers and all of those guru, the senior advocates of law senior advocates of Nigerians, they can come and do justice to all of this. But in the first place too, they will tell you, oh, when you arrest somebody within 48 hours, you need to charge the person. But in the case of Omoyele Sowore, he was there for more than 2 days before they took him to court or whatever. And meanwhile, the first step, they had gone wrong in the first step in the first place. Even if they want to do that, of course, it is still the same lawyer that will try to expatiate on that will try to put more light or shed more light on that. Like people are like, oh, wow, Jesus is Lord. Sowore, God is with you always. See the end of the world. The wicked will perish and the sabotaging agents will soon be forgotten. Nigeria under PMB and APC, INEC and DSS. So people believe that it is the presidency that is controlling all of this agents or agency, because they are supposed to be independent. But as we know it today, reverse is the case. So we hope that Omoyele Sowore will have people that will be able to channel his cause, so that at the end of the day, he will be out of this whole thing. But that notwithstanding, there's a protest that will be coming up on the 5th of September. About 53 organizations, human rights organizations, they are coming together that the Buhari-led administration should be able to free him, that they are just keeping him unduly. So everybody's coming out. We should not allow the spirit to go down, because as we can see, from the atmosphere, it's like everybody's just, the others say initial gra, it's really coming down, and we don't need that, at this point in time. We need to really need to rally around him, because he's not talking about himself, he's talking about what is happening to all of us, what we are all feeling. So we should not just like, oh, it is his business. Of course, some people are really like, oh, it is not my business. Why would they have used that word revolution? But like I always say, everybody knows that this guy cannot overthrow the government. They are just trying to hang something on him. So that is why we really need to come out, even as he's there to defend himself, and his lawyer will be there too. He still need our support to come together, so that we all will get the desired results we want. We shouldn't like, oh, it is none of my business. It is none of your business. And at the end of the day, you still complain. You still be complaining about what the government is doing. So we need to really come out. This is not time for us to be separated. We need to be united. We need to have a strong voice, a united voice at that, so that we will get a desired result. Like I always say, we have two groups in this country: the group of the politicians and the group of the masses. So, and out of those two major groups, we have a lot of people that are paying homage to each of those groups. So it depends on which group you belong to. If you say, okay, you belong to the masses, you really need to come out, because what we are experiencing today, the other group, they don't experience it, because they are enjoying, they are living in affluence. We are the one living in penury, and we are living in poverty. So guys, that is my own take, and that's my own opinion, and we hope that everything will work accordingly. And someone is like, oh, this is unfair. Not at all, not at all. This is not fair. That what of the confirmed terrorists arrested, the Boko Haram boys captured? Didn't Buhari give them tea, rehabilitate and release them for integration into society? Come on, leave Sowore alone. Weaklings. Focus on APC leaders who gave Wadume 13 million naira and leave innocents alone. Like I always say, everybody is entitled to his opinion, and that is the person's talking from that angle. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about this new developments, Omoyele Sowore's response to the DSS. Please leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much for always being there. Bye.